Are you in the process of transitioning from boyhood to manhood? The journey to manhood is often complex, influenced by societal factors and personal experiences. Society's evolving expectations can often blur the lines of masculinity, imposing on boys an image that leans more towards femininity. Such influences may have shaped you into a man-child, a blend of mature physique and infantile mentality. This societal pressure has likely pushed many towards repressing their inherent masculine traits, wrongly labeling them as toxic. From youth, the environment around you may have subtly discouraged the display of these traits. The majority of your educators were likely women, and any deviation from the acceptable behavior was frowned upon. Traits such as competitiveness, challenge-seeking, and abundant energy, typically associated with boys, may have been met with reproach. Yet these are the very traits that need to thrive, to conquer challenges and provide protection. Society's conditioning might have forced you to suppress these natural instincts. Reversing this ingrained mindset might be a tough task, but the journey towards reclaiming your masculinity is a rewarding one. If you've been suppressing your natural instincts due to societal pressures, undoing this conditioning won't be easy, but it will be worthwhile. Let's delve into 4 crucial aspects that distinguish boys from men. To begin, we examine responsibility, always a decisive factor. Boys frequently demonstrate impulsiveness, attributing their life's results to others. They shirk responsibility, often lodging complaints and taking on the role of the victim. On the contrary, men exhibit an understanding that every situation has an element of accountability regardless of the circumstances. Even when they face unfair transgressions, they step into ownership, realizing that their actions contribute to their own future. This mindset, accepting, allows them to gain a firmer grasp on their issues and ultimately their life's trajectory. It instills an empowering belief that they are not mere spectators, but active drivers of their destiny. The acknowledgement and acceptance of responsibility truly mark the transition from boyhood to manhood. Men, however, understand that there's always a degree of ownership to assume, even when wronged by others. By accepting responsibility, one gains control over their problems and consequently their life's trajectory. 1. Action over the words. We've all met people who flaunt their feats, yet lack concrete evidence of success. Genuine progress demands exertion, not mere some might opt for an easier route, preferring boasting over doing. However, the mature understand the value of action over speech. They remain quiet when needed, working relentlessly, devoid of unwarranted grievances. They know when to keep silent and work diligently, devoid of unnecessary complaints. 1. Avoiding distractions. Many boys fall prey to the allure of video games, getting lost in a digital world that feeds their cravings. This diversion can suppress actual ambitions. Like a moth to a flame, they're drawn into the vast sea of online content, clouding their judgment of real victories. Men understand these traps and work hard to evade them, realizing the significance of remaining rooted in reality. Such escapism can stifle real-world ambition. Men recognize these pitfalls and strive to avoid them, understanding the importance of grounding themselves. 1. Emotional control. Boys often succumb to momentary emotions, acting impulsively. Men, on the other hand, act responsibly without being swayed by transient feelings. They understand the value of emotional balance in our ever-changing society. It's not about suppressing, but channeling emotions effectively. This could either be through friendly conversations or engaging in physical activities like sports. Suppressing emotions is not the goal. Rather, it's about channeling them effectively, seeking outlets such as communication with friends or physical activity. Emotions aren't inherently negative. It's how they're channeled that defines their impact. If you're on a journey of personal growth, don't forget to show your support by liking and subscribing. Let's delve deeper into the concept of masculinity. Society often has certain expectations attached to being masculine: strength, courage, resilience, and the list goes on. While these traits are indeed empowering, it's important to remember that they can also limit us if we interpret them as rigid rules. Consider figures like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, or even our fathers and grandfathers. They embodied strength, courage, and integrity in their own unique ways. They were undoubtedly masculine, but their masculinity was a part of their individual identity, not defined by societal norms. However, while embracing our masculinity, we must be mindful not to fall into toxic patterns. Masculinity isn't about suppressing emotions or dominating others. It's about being strong, but also being kind. It's about being courageous, but also being understanding. It's about being resilient, but also being vulnerable. In conclusion, embracing masculinity is about being true to oneself, not conforming to societal expectations. It's about developing strength and courage, while also nurturing empathy and emotional intelligence. Remember, masculinity, like any other trait, is a spectrum, and it's up to you to define where you stand on it.